Welcome. Today we are solving LeetCode problem number 128, longest consecutive sequence. Here is the problem. We are given an unsorted array of integers called nums. Our goal is to find the length of the longest consecutive element sequence. For example, if the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 appear in the array, the longest consecutive sequence has a length of 4. There is one very important constraint here. Our algorithm must run in big O of n time. This means we cannot sort the array, because sorting takes big O of n log n time. The constraints also tell us that the array can have up to 100,000 elements. Each element can range from -1 billion to +1 billion. So the key challenge is, how do we find the longest consecutive sequence without sorting? Let us explore this step by step. Let us look at example 1. The input is an unsorted array. Nums equals open bracket 100, 4, 200, 1, 3, 2, close bracket. Look at the array boxes on screen. The blue boxes, 100 and 200, are isolated numbers. They have no neighbors that are consecutive. The green boxes, 4, 1, 3, and 2, form the consecutive sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though they appear scattered in the array, they form a complete run. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. The length of the sequence is 4. So the output is 4. This is our goal. Find the longest such run of consecutive integers in the array, no matter where they are placed. Now, let us look at two important edge cases. Case A, single element. The input is nums equals open bracket 1 close bracket, just one number. A single number is always a consecutive sequence of length 1. So the output is 1. Case B, duplicates. The input has 10 elements including a repeated 0. Look at the array. Even though the numbers appear scrambled, they contain the consecutive sequence 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 9 numbers in a row. The duplicate 0 at index 8 is simply ignored. We count each number only once. So the output is 9. Here are the key observations to keep in mind. First, an empty array returns 0. Second, a single element returns 1. Third, duplicates are always skipped. And fourth, the order of numbers in the array does not matter, only whether they form a consecutive run. Now, let us talk about the brute force approach. The core idea is simple. Sort the array first, then scan through it counting consecutive runs. Here are the 4 steps. Step 1. Sort the array in ascending order. Once sorted, consecutive numbers will be right next to each other. Step 2. Walk through the sorted array. If the current number equals the previous number plus 1, we extend our current streak by 1. Step 3. If the current number equals the previous number, it is a duplicate. We simply skip it and move on. Step 4. If neither of those, the sequence has broken. Reset the streak to 1 and start counting fresh. At every step, keep track of the maximum streak seen so far. Let us trace through our example. We start with nums equals 100, 4, 200, 1, 3, 2. After sorting, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 200. Walking through, 1 to 2 is consecutive, 2 to 3 is consecutive, 3 to 4 is consecutive, streak is 4. Then 4 to 100 breaks the streak. Final answer is 4. Simple and correct, but we will see why it is not fast enough. Let's look at the brute force code in Python. The function is called longest consecutive and takes the array nums as input. First, we handle the edge case. If nums is empty, we return 0 right away. Then we call nums.sort to sort the array in place. Next, we set both longest and current to 1. These are our 2 trackers. Longest holds the best answer so far. Current holds the length of the streak we are currently counting. Now we loop from index 1 to the end of the array. If the current number equals the previous number, that is a duplicate. We call continue to skip it. If the current number equals the previous number plus 1, that is a consecutive step. We add 1 to current. Otherwise, the streak is broken. We reset current back to 1. After checking, we always update longest to be the maximum of longest and current. Finally, we return longest, the length of the longest consecutive sequence found. The key cost here is the sort, which takes big O of n log n time. We will improve on this next. Now, let us analyze the complexity of the brute force approach. Starting with time complexity, the dominant cost is the sort. Sorting takes big O of n log n time, where n is the number of elements in the array. The for loop scanned after sorting is just big O of n. It visits each element once. When we combine them, the total time is big O of n log n because the sort dominates. This is a problem. The question explicitly requires big O of n time. Sorting violates that constraint. Now space complexity. We only use 2 integer variables, longest and current. No extra arrays or data structures are created. That means our extra space is constant big O of 1. The space is perfectly fine. The verdict: the brute force approach is correct, but it fails the time constraint. The sort is the bottleneck we need to eliminate. In the next section, we will see how to solve this in true big O of n time using a hash set. Now for the optimal approach using a hash set. Here is the key insight that makes everything work. A number is the start of a sequence only if the number -1 is not in the set. Think about it. If number -1 exists, then this number is not the beginning of anything new. It is the middle of a sequence that already started earlier. By skipping all non-start numbers, we avoid doing duplicate work. Here are the 4 steps. Step 1. Put all numbers into a hash set. This gives us big O of 1 lookup time for any number. Step 2. Loop through each number. Check if number -1 is in the set. If it is not there, this number is a sequence start. Step 3. From that start, keep checking if number +1, number +2, and so on are in the set. Count how long the streak goes. Step 4. Track the longest streak found across all starts. Let us trace through our example. The set is open brace 100 for 200, 1, 3, 2 close brace. The sequence starts are 1 because 0 is not in the set, 100 because 99 is not there, and 200 because 199 is not there. The streak from 1 goes to 2, 3, then 4, a length of 4. That is our answer. Here is the optimal solution in Python. The function is called longest consecutive and takes nums as input. Line 1. We build a set from nums. In Python, set of nums creates a hash set containing all unique numbers. This takes big O of n time and gives us big O of 1 lookup for any number. Line 2. We initialize longest to 0. Line 3. We loop through every number in number_set. Line 4. This is the key line. We check if number -1 is not in number_set. If number -1 exists, this number is in the middle of a sequence. We skip it entirely. This is what prevents duplicate work. Line 5. If it passes the check, this number is a sequence start. We initialize current to 1. Lines 6 and 7. We use a while loop to keep counting upward. As long as number plus current is in the set, we increment current. This walks through the whole sequence in one go. Line 8. We update longest to the maximum of longest and current. Line 9. After visiting all numbers, we return longest. The magic is in that one check, number -1 not in number_set. It means every sequence is counted exactly once from its true start. Each number is visited at most twice, once in the outer loop and once in the inner while. That gives us true big O of n time. Now, let us analyze the complexity of our optimal hash set solution. Starting with time complexity, building the set from nums takes big O of n. We visit each element once. The outer for loop also runs big O of n times, once per number in the set. Now here is the subtle but important point about the inner while loop. It does not run big O of n times per iteration of the outer loop. Across all sequence starts combined, the while loop touches each number at most once. So the total work across all while loop runs is still big O of n. Adding it all up, big O of n plus big O of n plus big O of n is still big O of n. The total time complexity is big O of n. This satisfies the problem constraint. Now space complexity. The hash set stores up to n unique numbers, so it costs big O of n space. The two variables longest and current are just integers, big O of 1 each. Total space is big O of n. The verdict: we achieve big O of n time by trading a little extra space. In the brute force approach, space was big O of 1. Here it is big O of n. But we eliminate the sort entirely. That is the right trade-off, and it gives us the optimal solution. Now, let us connect the brute force approach to the optimal solution and understand what changed. There were 3 problems with the brute force approach and 3 corresponding fixes. Problem 1. Sorting takes big O of n log n time, which violates the constraint. Fix: use a hash set. A hash set gives us big O of 1 lookup for any number, no sorting needed at all. Problem 2. The brute force scans every adjacent pair, which requires sorted order to work. Fix: only start counting from sequence starts. If number -1 is not in the set, we know this number begins a new sequence. We skip all other numbers entirely. Problem 3. The brute force uses only big O of 1 space, but its speed is bottlenecked by the sort. Fix: we trade a little space, big O of n, to store the hash set, and gain true big O of n speed. Here is the core insight that ties it all together. Both approaches are searching for the same sequences. The real difference is how they identify where a sequence starts. Brute force relies on sorted order to find starts. The optimal approach uses the hash set rule. If number -1 is absent from the set, number is a start. That single check replaces the entire sort. Let us wrap up with a side-by-side comparison of both approaches. Looking at time complexity, brute force is big O of n log n. Optimal is big O of n. The optimal solution wins here, and this is the critical one. Space complexity. Brute force uses big O of 1 space. Optimal uses big O of n for the hash set. This is a tie. Both are acceptable depending on your constraints. Brute force needs to sort, that is its bottleneck. The optimal solution needs no sort at all. Brute force needs nothing extra. Optimal uses a hash set. The hash set is what enables the O of n speed. Both approaches handle duplicates correctly. Brute force skips them via the continue statement. Optimal naturally ignores them because a set only stores unique values. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you found this lesson helpful and easy to understand. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more beginner-friendly programming tutorials and helpful tips. Feel free to comment your questions or thoughts below. I love hearing from you, and I try to respond to every comment. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. See you in the next lesson.